This video is provided for teachers or test examiners who will be participating in the 2019 Spring MAP test. This video will focus on the Online Tools Training, or OTTs. The OTTs are designed for students to practice using the tools. The focus of the OTT is not on the questions or answering them correctly, but instead becoming familiar with all of the tools in the platform. Students in older grades may be more independent with these tools, while students in the younger grades may need to spend more time in the OTTs. It is allowable to assist students throughout the entire process. This could be in the form of a whole group or a small group activity. Please ensure students do have an opportunity to utilize the tools independently after working with the whole class. There are online tools training for English language arts, mathematics, and science. Students should complete each area in which they will be testing. As mentioned previously, it is very important that you use Google Chrome as your browser. To get to the online tools training as a teacher, you will go to the online tools training right here. Students will click on the right side where it says Summative Online Tools Training. And as you'll see, there are the three different categories: ELA, Mathematics, and Science. In this example, I will choose the English Language Arts. Students will then select their grade level. The TTS, or text-to-speech, is for students who will receive the text-to-speech tool during the test. Only students with an accommodation or universal tool marked in the system will receive this tool. If the students will have the TTS during the MAP test, then it would be appropriate for them to select the TTS for the online tools training. You will also notice there is a video sign language and a closed captioning option. Again, those are only for students who will receive that during the actual testing. I will click on grade 5. A login screen will appear, and the username and password are provided. The student will read through the instructions and can choose Continue. On the next screen, at the bottom of the screen, you will see a button labeled Options. Students may adjust the color choices and contrasting colors. Then students will click to select the grade and the test they are taking. Students will then read and follow the directions on the screen, clicking Next to proceed. Students may realize that much of this material was covered during the online tutorials, but these are here as a reminder. They will go through the following screens: navigation, a few pages of testing tools, then there are some helpful testing hints, and test directions. There are also test directions for answering questions and flagging. After the end of the directions, students will be allowed to begin the test. Once the test begins, notice at the top right of each section is a practice hint that displays how to use the interactive tools that will prepare them for testing. It is important that they read this information carefully and practice as instructed. This example has the student practice in selecting sentences. Clicking Next. This example has students use the highlighter tool. So they would click. The example, go ahead and click Next here. The next has students using the pointer tool. The next example has students drag and drop items. And the students are also directed to try to use the line guide. A key feature to point out to students is that when a reading passage is present, there could be multiple pages. Make sure students understand how to click between these pages. As we go through the test, you will also want to make sure in the ELA section that students understand when they get to the listening, how to operate the audio, how to push play, how to pause it, how to drag, also how they can increase the volume. Another key feature that you will want to make sure students understand is how to utilize all of the different Tech Enhanced questions. The drop-down menus, the clicking to enlarge something, the clicking to respond. When students are completely finished with the test, they will go through the end and will come to a page where they can review their questions. Students can see if they flagged a page. They can also navigate back to a question simply by clicking on it. When students are sure they are ready to submit the test, they may click End Test. It is required that students have independent time to practice the online tools training in each area they will be testing. This link can be accessed from home if students would like additional time to practice with the tools.